Greetings, everyone. It's Crime Talk with Crin, and I am back with episode 13. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Again, another huge shout out to Tommy Jude over at Once Upon a Crime Time. If you have not checked him out, the link to his channel will be in my description box. Go check him out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so the next episode 14, I'm going to get back into the series talking about things that we aren't supposed to look at, right? But I received a few comments on my last few videos, which made me think, you know what, let me stop for a second and take a moment to introduce myself. I kind of jumped in 6 months ago. Like I said, I was ranting and raving, which is apparently what I do. But, so I really just jumped into the channel 6 months ago. I was fairly consistent in the beginning. Life did what life does. And, there was, a gap in between then and now. Small gap, but we're back. We're back. We're better than ever, and we are going to remain consistent. Now, in my first episode, I pretty much just jumped in. I had something to say, and I didn't have time to tell y'all who I was. And with each video after that, it was kind of the same energy. It was like, I have a second, let me tell y'all what I'm thinking about, and still did not tell you guys who I am. So I figure the best thing for me to start with would be the description that's actually posted on my channel. And I figured I would start with that because when I come across videos and channels that I like, I kind of just subscribe and go on about my life. I, set the notification bell. I check back regularly. But I never go to the page and read the description. I've literally never done it. So I figured that's what I would start with. The description for my channel is, this is my true crime channel where I will discuss true crime and missing persons cases, both new and old. I'm a critical thinker. This is not an echo chamber. I decided to join the conversation because I found that all of the different true crime channels I subscribe to, I never heard anyone saying what I'm thinking. I recognize that I could be wrong, and that's okay. I hope to spread awareness about these cases and provide a different perspective. Anything said or presented on this channel is my opinion and intended for entertainment purposes only. So that's the description that I have on my page. Very simple, but it just, gives you an idea of who I am, why I created my channel, and what you can expect from me. So, excuse me, someone in my comments asked, how long ago did I start my channel? Why did I get involved with the Idaho 4 case? And so when I got that question, I was like, you know what? This would be a good time to just tell people who I am really quickly. And I got a lot of comments that people are saying, where have I been? Where have I been? So I often say I'm an older gal. I'm pretty sure that the people who actually know me are rolling their eyes because I'm not an old lady, but I'm also nowhere near 20. So, I consider myself to be an older gal. With all that being said, I have been interested in true crime. I have been interested in law shows and, your Law and Order, your Criminal Minds, your CSIs, your Murder, She Wrote, your Matlocks, your Columbos, all of those things. Pretty Little Liars, Saw, all of the, it's just, that's my thing. I've always been interested in missing persons cases. I grew up seeing my grandfather who collected missing persons flyers, and I remember as a kid wondering if somebody was missing or if he expected to see someone on there. Never asked about it, never talked about it, but I noticed, and so now here I am, involved in true crime. I started a blog a few years back. Okay, I said a few years back. It was 7. It was 2017. I started a blog. I still post in there from time to time, not consistently anymore, but I still post things from time to time. My first blog post was about Kanika Jenkins, and it was titled "What I Learned from Kanika Jenkins." And so what bothered me and shook me to my core about the Kanika Jenkins case is the same thing that I say over and over about the remaining roommates in the Idaho 4 case. When I think about the travel mates that were with Shanquilla Robinson in Mexico, when I think about, I can't even remember her name right now, the girl that was with Kylie Rodney up until she was drunk and I got a ride home and left her there. When I think about all of these things, and that's what burns me up regarding the young people of the world today and how fragile friendships can be. That's what gets me riled up. That's what gets me angry. When you have lives lost and the people that were there can't be bothered to offer any assistance, is trifling. It's disgusting. It's ridiculous. I do not care how many people get in my comment section and tell me how disgraceful it is and who I should leave alone. Unfortunately, these kids were left alone. Anybody who still has air in their lungs will be okay until they're not. But these 4 students are not okay. With all that being said, I'm years before the era of everybody getting a trophy. I understand you can't win them all. And I understand not everybody's going to like me. I also understand that the internet is going to do what the internet is going to do. And that's all right with me too. Everyone does not have to agree. Everyone does not have to have the same perspective. But this weird idea that we can control what other people say and do and think is ridiculous. This idea that you can tell me what not to talk about is absolutely ridiculous. And maybe because there's so much censorship all over the place, somehow as regular lay people we've decided that we too can pretend to be the government and censor. You can't. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. My comment section, I'm not blocking people, I'm not kicking nobody, I'm not doing all of that, because you are entitled to your own opinion. Like I said in my description, this is not an echo chamber. I don't need a comment section full of people all saying the same thing. So if you think that an idea that I have, if you think that's something that I'm speculating on, or a theory that I'm toying around with, if you think it's ridiculous, you can tell me it's ridiculous. That doesn't bother me. If you don't agree with me, that does not bother me. If you think that you are going to get a rise out of me and I'm going to go and do a thumb battle with you in the comment section, I'm not going to do that. Because even though you disagree, you could possibly change my mind. You could say something that I hadn't considered. I like to believe that collaboration is key. And that everybody and all their different ideas, say it. Don't feel like you have to be afraid to speak your mind. Don't worry about, people attacking you in the comments. Speak your mind. Say what you have to say. Because while there's people out there that think that we're a bunch of low lives and dweebs that don't have anything better to do, and, we're just making light of other people's tragedy, they can say what they want. We know for a fact that the people who matter view our content. So if we're throwing out theories, that's why they say that they don't want us to speculate, because that could harm the case. But guess what? If it could potentially harm the case, it could potentially help the case as well. And so if you've ever gotten a prescription filled at a pharmacy and you get one of those little booklets, it tells you that the benefit outweighs the risk. And so if the risk is a little bit more manpower, so be it. If the benefit could be potentially saving someone's life, if the benefit could be getting justice for someone, if the benefit could be a case that went cold to be reopened, if the benefit could be, I don't know, AWP finding Kylie Rodney, if the benefit could be a child that's gone missing for years being found alive. This weird sense of censorship does not help anybody. The idea that everybody has to like everything that's going on is not realistic. And I think that more energy should be put into not caring what people who don't know you think about you, instead of trying to control what other people who you don't know think or say. The beauty of the internet, the beauty of smartphones, the beauty of technology is if you don't like something, you can log off. You don't have to sit here and subject yourself to things that you don't like. Why would you want to torture yourself that way? Why do you get on the internet looking for something that's going to upset you? So you can try to be the police for this thing. It doesn't make sense. I know some professional trolls in real life. I know some people who get off on being nasty to other people on the internet. Get a life. Get a life. When I had to train people who worked in customer service and, how to deal with difficult customers, like, do you see how people act at Walmart? People act outside of their character when they get in Walmart. They show up worse than they would show up anywhere else. And they treat the workers and staff like second-class citizens. It's outrageous. People they go to Walmart and they act, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So it's like, if you know that there are people who get their toes twinkling, they're going to shiver up their spine because they think that they told somebody off on the internet, they get off on being mean and nasty to somebody. It's like the bullied turned bully. I don't care nothing about that. I really don't. In real life or on the internet. And I know some people who, see negative comments and they get upset on my behalf. Listen, let these people get off whatever they need to get off in the comment section. If that makes them feel better about themselves, so be it. I don't care. At the end of the day, I am interested in these cases. I hope that justice is served in all the cases that I follow. I wish healing on everyone affected, both personally and digitally. But that's it. All that. Somebody said something about me hyperventilating, and I'm like, listen, if that makes you feel better, okay, I'm hyperventilating. Maybe I have asthma. Maybe I'm passionate. Maybe I'm just a mouth breather. Maybe I don't care. Because guess what? As soon as I clicked on the video, I was like, oh, she's breathing hard. I would have turned it off. If I turned on a video and somebody was chewing while they were talking, I can't handle that. I would have turned it off. Or muted it and read the comments to see what the people were saying in the comment section. Maybe somebody in the comments will tell me what this video is about, because I can't tolerate the sound of people chewing. So, if me, who for all you know could be 714 pounds, just out here, giving my opinion, you don't know that. You don't know that. I can have emphysema. You don't know that. But she's like, hyperventilating, you need to calm down. Like, I have a very small channel. And I want to engage with the people who are taking the time out of their day to watch my content. I'm making the content because I expect for people to watch it. So, I am watching the comments, especially over the last week or two. My channel has quadrupled. So yes, I want to interact with the people who are leaving me comments. I want to thank them for taking the time out to give me their time and energy. I appreciate that. I want my channel to grow. I do hope that people enjoy my content. I'm not making content for people to dislike. I mean, some people might do that, but that's not me. So I am going to read all the comments. But I'm not going to go back and forth and argue with people in the comment section. That's not my intention. I have no desire to do that. And it serves me no purpose. So, if your idea is that you are going to antagonize me, or make me cry, or run me off the internet, or you just want to feel like you got something off on somebody, listen, I'm not the one. And this is the last time I'm even going to acknowledge anyone with any negative comments. I do not care. Have a field day. That's your business. I do not care. I believe that what you feed grows. And so I am going to give my energy and my positive feedback to the people who are giving me their energy and their positive feedback. Now, I started this YouTube channel 6 months ago. I have been interested in true crime since JonBenet Ramsey. I've been involved in this capacity since Kanika Jenkins 7 years ago. I've written about cases. I have warned my friends and family out talking about cases that they knew nothing about. And like I said in my description, all the YouTube channels, all the creators that I watch, no one ever said the thing that I was thinking. And so I realized, well, maybe the people aren't saying the thing because I'm supposed to say it. Not that I have some kind of God complex and think that I'm going to change the world. Not at all. But just confirmation that there was space for me, there was room for me in this conversation, because I'm not an echo chamber. I do not repeat the popular narrative. So, I will at times discuss what, the trending conversation is with a particular case. I will give my input. But, like I said, I believe that I'm a critical thinker. I believe, that I offer a different perspective. And from the comments that I've received over the last couple of days, it seems like some other people agree that I offer a different perspective. And that is what I intend to do. I thank all of my new subscribers. I welcome you all. Thank you. And like I said, that's the last time that I'm going to address any negativity in my comment section. And that's it. That's it. This is what you get. This is it for me. So, I will be back with the next video, getting back into my little mini series. Thank you again, everyone, for liking and sharing and subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. That's all I got.